I actually bought two of these Sirui T120s here. I'm going to open this one up and unbox it on camera so you can see what it comes with. Two of the mounts, plug it in and charge the battery on the light. Here's your divider to protect the light from the accessories. Oh, nice. Here's the Aputure MT Pro. This is 1 foot. Here's the Godox. This is the TL60, and it's around 2 feet. Now, this is the first sort of name brand LED tube light that I've seen that has a feature that is not on any other types of tube lights, at least not now, not yet. I probably will be soon unless Sirui patented this design. But this basically 2 feet LED tube extends to a 4 feet, like that. So I can't fit it into this entire frame, but I just extended this into 4 feet of tube lights, and it is a lot brighter when it's in its 4 foot configuration. The similarities with these tube lights, not just these brands, but a lot of the brands that are coming out with these LED tube lights, is they'll be RGB. They'll have the full color spectrum as well if you want to do a bicolor, and then they're app controllable, and then they're also DMX. DMX is more for live events, but this one, the DMX works. I think it works more with the app. This one has more of a traditional DMX connection, which is those. It looks like a Cat5 connection, like an Ethernet connection. Those are the old school DMX types of connections, and this one has it. But this is also app controllable, so you can link up a bunch of the same tube, this brand, and control them with an iPhone app or a Android app. Here's 5600 at 100% brightness. Now, when it comes to the brightness of these three lights, the size matches the output. So the 1 foot here is bright, but the 2 foot is basically double the brightness. And then the Sirui, even when it's collapsed, it's brighter than the Godox here. But when you fully expand it, it is double the brightness of the 2 foot. So turning on the Godox now, this one turns on with the switch here, like that. And then this is now the full brightness. You can see the readout here. It's 5600, 100%. And oh, these are all battery powered. You can plug them into the wall, but they run on batteries. And at full power, according to the website, the Aputure MT Pro, when you fully charge it, and that's with USB here, you charge it with USB. When this is fully charged, this is supposed to last 120 minutes or 2 hours at full blast. For the Godox here, when you fully charge it, and the charging is right here with a DC input, not a USB-C. So when you fully charge this light, it runs for about 1 hour on full brightness. On the website, Sirui says that when fully charged, this lasts 2.5 hours on battery. But it didn't say if it lasts 2.5 hours on full power. So I'm not sure about that, but so far that I've used it, it lasts over an hour, so I'm good with that. How to charge the Sirui? It's also, where is it? Yeah, there's the DC input. When it comes to mounting systems, for the MT Pro, these are magnets right here and here, and they magnetize pretty well to any kind of magnet, any kind of metal. And I've used this on C-stands where I just mounted it on the C-stand by attaching it magnetically. This also has quarter 20s on two sides. One on this side, vertical, and then one on the horizontal side. And they both look to be reinforced by metal, not plastic. I think most of the body here on the Aputure is metal. And it has a fairly nice heat sink design, but this does get a little hot when you have it on for over an hour. The Godox doesn't really have a heatsink design. It's more of a tube. This reminds me of a traditional fluorescent tube that you would see in office buildings, or like a Kino Flow. I don't know if anybody has used Kino Flow before, but this reminds me of a Kino Flow tube in its shape. And the mounting options for this one, this is not magnetized, but Godox supplies you with these cables here that slip through right up here. And then when you connect them, it forms a loop. And these are metal. They're very, very durable. You just hang these on a C-stand, or hang these on some kind of clip or hanger, and then you could stretch this out vertically. Just have it dangling. That's one way that Godox lets you do this. Another way is they also supply you with these clips. They fit the 2-inch tubes like that, mount it, and then now here you have 2 1/4-20s. The 2-foot, this is light enough to be all held by this one clamp. Once I get to the Sirui, I've noticed that you're gonna need more than one clamp. And just if you're curious, this does not fit on the MT Pro, and it does not fit on the Sirui. The Sirui is the thickness is way thicker than this circumference here. The Sirui here has a 1/4-20 on either side of the vertical ends, but I don't think these can hold. If you screw this in on one end and you just attach it to some kind of clamp, this is way too heavy to hold from that 1/4-20. From this 1/4-20 here, I think it's way too heavy. So they supply you with 2 of these clamps here, and these are pretty big, and it looks like they're specifically designed for the Sirui, their model of LED tube light. It won't even fit. I think this is too, yeah, it's too big for the Godox or tubes that are similar in circumference to the Godox. So on the Sirui, mounts like this. You have 2 1/4-20s again. This is mounted in pretty well. And for a light like this, you need these clamps. I don't know how else to mount this Sirui LED besides 2 of these on 2 different sections of it. And it's already heavy as it is now in its collapsible configuration, but when you expand it, you're going to need 2. And also, one of the drawbacks of having this design, and I think maybe the only drawback I can see right now, is you do sacrifice, for portability, you sacrifice a little bit of durability. So when this is fully extended, all of the weight of this light is towards this base side where the controls are. And then once you get further to the top where it extends, this almost feels hollow. And if you try to hold or mount a clamp to this part of the light, LED fully extended, this is very unstable to me, and it could break. And that's where I'm not, the longevity of this light is questionable for right now. One thing I wanted to point out was when you do extend these, if you're wondering, there's no clip or any kind of safety lock that locks this from expanding. You just have to use force, like grab one side and pull it. The second tube in here is just sort of in there like this, and you just pull it. And it's a fairly tight grip, so I wonder over time if this is going to maintain that grip and it won't slip off, because there's really nothing to lock this in place and keep it that way over time. That is very, very bright. And now let me expand the tube. When you expand it, it doesn't turn on different lengths. You can't see it in this video, but this is not on. It only turns into a full 4 foot when this is fully expanded. I'm gonna expand it. Boom, now it clicked in. Now the whole 4 feet of this light is on. Let me hover over this. This is extremely bright. I'm gonna turn off my key light that I have on here for my video. Wow. This Sirui light is so amazing, very impressive. And this is just the 5600. Now to control the light, I just showed right here, you dial it in here, but this is a bit tricky to swap through all the buttons. So I think they just really want you to do it with their app. Now here are the controls. Let me go to tone, change the color, do red, go blue. Yeah, this is way easier to control, and you can see how responsive this is. It's a normal app. I prefer the Aputure's app when I'm able to control this, but this works just fine, and it's, I think, faster than dialing this in, although you can dial it in manually on the light itself. The Aputure MT Pro comes in this really nice case that it ships with. It's a soft shell, but it's very durable. I love the Aputure cases. Opens up, and they give you a USB-C to charge it, but you need to have your AC or to plug it into some kind of charging port. They don't have a 3-prong or a 2-prong. And then they give you in this set, right here, a table stand. It's pretty well made, durable. Here, it lets you focus in the light into one direction, so you have a little bit more control with the shape of the light. The Godox comes in different kits. I bought the 2 kit. So I got 2 of these. It comes with this case here, soft case, and you open it up, and here's what the kit comes with. It's double of everything. So you got 2 tubes, 2 AC wall, the AC to DC wall power with a very, very long cable. So this can stretch out. You don't need extension cords. This got you covered. Okay, this isn't mounted particularly safely, but here is a C-stand, and I made sort of a T-bar setup, and this is what the Sirui lights look like when they're collapsed. Right now, they're 100% 5600K. Each of these Sirui lights are about almost 4 pounds. So this is 8 pounds, an 8-pound load up there. That's a lot of stress on just a C-stand. Okay, now that's fully extended. This is 8 feet across, the Sirui lights, and this is giving a lot of light. I like it, except the safety. As soon as I extended the entire tube to 4 feet, roughly 4 feet, you know, as you can guess, the weight increased, and the way I'm mounting these are not stable. So it looks like I might have to get a proper T-bar, maybe speed rail, and instead of a C-stand, I might have to get a combo stand for something like this. Here's what it looks like when it's all red. My Darth Vader lightsaber mode. This one I have at 100% saturation. The other one I have about 20-something%, but they're both at the same red. And on camera, I was wondering if it would look good if to use these lights as part of the set design. So if you're were thinking about doing that and having these lights as part of your backdrop or something futuristic that you want to do for a short film or a movie, or if you just like this aesthetic of having these LED lights in the back of your videos, this could work. And as you can see here on camera, it looks like it's one solid LED, really diffused, but off camera, I can see kind of individual LED bulbs in rows. But when you look at it like this, you can't tell. And I don't think most cameras are going to pick up the individual LEDs, and they're just going to see one long LED, whether you want to do RGB or regular bicolor. The lights also have different effects, just like a lot of these other RGB lights. Fireworks, police lights, a fireplace, those kind of things. I don't use those effects, but you have that option. And it's probably best to control them using the app.